7'9".
5'11".
So when you're looking at last year, interior defensive lineman, let's just pull the sack number. If you're looking at sacks, these are what they look like. They're on average 6'3" and 5/8", 295 pounds.
Into a starter's position for 40. He's a 5'05".
Yeah, it's not bad at all at that size.
As I mentioned, Chris Rose and Charles Davis, part of our broadcast team. Gentlemen.
Getting loose, getting ready to go, as Nick Barrett is getting ready to hustle down the 40s as well from South Carolina, a one-year starter with the Gamecocks. And clocking in at 5.11. Defensive tackles, all you have to do is look at the defending Super Bowl champion now.
These big guys making their way back towards the pocket.
Yeah, this past year, right, you had Leonard Williams, Byron Murphy, both drafted in the top half of the first round. You know,
they had an effect in the Super Bowl.
They certainly did. All right, Rich, DJ, we'll be hanging out with you all weekend long.
5-1-2. It's a nice start. Look at that split.
He got out.
Oh, boy. Thank you for telling me to buckle. 4.76.
Some say he's undersized, but he was out here to prove something today, and that was a nice run.
Bryson Eason.
Bryson Eason's got a big lower body. It's a great story with him. We talked to the Tennessee coaches. He was a linebacker in high school, wanted to play linebacker at Tennessee, and they slowly eased him to defensive end. And the longer he was there, they were able to move him a little bit closer towards the ball. And as you can see now, he's grown into a full-fledged defensive tackle.
Hear the exhales prior to taking off on a nice split.
It's a really good start.
4.88.
It's a great, and that's where the lateral range, and that's when you start marrying up what you see when you're studying these guys on a football field and you see them come out here and test. It matches.
There's your split. 4.83. Nicely done. Nicely done. Currently the highest ranked player in this position group on your top 50 prospects, Daniel.
Just someone, the more that I watched him, the more that I liked him. And then it was able to show up in that bowl game against Oregon. That caught my attention. Then we saw him live at the Senior Bowl. He was excellent.
Lee Hunter.
Yeah, I thought he might run a little bit faster than that, but he's
got another shot at it.
He's got another shot, and you'll see some lateral ability and some range from him, seeing who it comes up with.
Keenan. Charles?
Guys, going back to Lee Hunter, remember DJ, he started at UCF, and there he was described as a big guy who was learning football. And at Texas Tech, he was a football player who was a big guy and actually found his purpose, knew what his purpose was. The money he made at Texas Tech to take care of his mom and his family actually motivated him to become an even better player and a product of what we're seeing here today. And by the way, huge personality.
Jackie Marshall of Baylor.
It's a great time. That was a smooth run.
169 split, 488 finish. While we were paying some bills, Chris McClellan of Missouri ran his 40.
He's got a lot of size and length, 34-inch arms, and those are solid numbers.
Caleb Proctor. Southeastern Louisiana
he got out.
Lion.
That was a smooth run.
4.8 flat. 13 Aggies here. That is the most of any school, and it is a program record.
Oh, I tell you what.
That's why Mike Elko is going to be joining us shortly.
Who wants to be a millionaire? That guy.
Good one. Look at you.
But then I was on the 40s instead of the 10s.
So we're okay. So you'd be timing at the end is what you're saying.
Yes, but I would come home from every pro day, too much information probably, but with really smelly hands, because I would grab the guy's ankles so they wouldn't fall backwards, so we get the broad jump, so we wouldn't have to do it over again, so we could get the workout going.
Oh my goodness, that is too much information.
Yeah.
I do have a good story on Cam Ball. His late great father, Charles, you guys, growing up in Atlanta, had a barbecue catering company called Ball's Barbecue. Good old chicken, ribs. Well, Dad used to give Cam about $20 to help him with the barbecue chores. And how about Cam picking up being the pit master at Arkansas in college, making and selling food to teammates, students on campus. He could not reveal the secret sauce, but hinted that it is vinegar-based.
See if Nick Barrett can improve on his first run.
He had an all-out effort sack against Diego Pavia. You pop on the Vanderbilt game. He plays hard.
I think he's a 5-1-1 runner.
DNA match. I mean, that's a bobblehead 4.86.
It's a bobblehead 40. It's bobblehead night. That's not great. And our first player pulling up here in Cleveland. It's Monty Austinford.
He still has one of the all-time reactions. I don't remember who it was that ran. You remember when he started?
Was it Worthy?
Is that what it was?
Could have been.
Yeah.
During the commercial break, the second 40 of Bryson Eason. Slight improvement.
Well, that's why you get 2 cracks at it.
These are unofficial times, like the yellow line on the game broadcast, like a mock draft. Not official.
Look at how long he's striding it out.
4.88, 4.90. So he had a gust of wind for his first one.
There you go.
Thank you. I'm in midseason.
You really
form,
are
pal.
getting after it.
Grayson Halton back live.
I think he could get under this 4.83.
He's moving.
Pulled up a little bit there at the end.
4.86. Trying to improve on that 40 time. If he can, and he does.
Nicely done. That's a big improvement.
Stacy?
Wow. Didn't have a ton of production, but he can really run. I thought, a little bit almost out of position. If you put him inside, I thought that speed would play a little bit better.
5.05 is what he'll stick with.
Tell you what, I think that might be the fewest whistles from Mark in a Group 1 that we've had. Like he's letting him roll here. Man, he's moving.
He is. 4.80. And he'll still stick with. Well done. All right, the last 40 of Group 1. The defensive tackles. The first up, Albert Regis.
Let's finish up strong here.
4.92. He's moving. 4.88.
Yeah.
There you go. That's a strong finish.
Atta baby.
For Group 1 of the defensive linemen.